strength that got you here doesn't get put down. It gets reassigned. What has to go is the instinct to keep proving it, defending it, performing it in front of the people who already trust you. Welcome back to A Leader's Purpose podcast. My name is Tammy, and this month, these last 3 episodes, and then this one, we've really been talking about the invisible signals that we've been sending. So we started off with just what the signal is itself, and then we went into the architecture and the pattern underneath it. And then last week we talked about how sometimes we lean on a strength and it becomes a bottleneck. And it's not because the strength doesn't work anymore. It's because we haven't redefined it for the role we're in now. We haven't updated it. And so this one's going to be a little bit different because it's not about our team. It's really about you as the leader and what you're still protecting. And before we get into it, if there's anything we've been talking about this month that's been sitting with you, the Aligned Leadership Audit is where we turn that into something real. We start to talk about it, how it's affecting you, your leadership, what you want, and why leadership is feeling so heavy or so costly. Link is in the show notes, but let's do this. Here's the thing no one tells you. When you get promoted the 3rd or 4th time, the strengths that got you every promotion before this one starts to work against you. Not because they're wrong, but because the job changed and the strength didn't. And we did talk about that a little bit last week, but we're going to go a little bit deeper this week. Because whatever got you here, you can probably name without thinking. You have high standards, responsibility, dependability, control, showing up for your people. Those traits didn't just help your career, they built it. And every promotion you've gotten, some version of that strength is why. But here's what almost no one says out loud. What made you successful as a director won't necessarily make you successful as a VP. What worked with leading 10 people can quietly cripple an organization of 200. And the strength didn't stop being a strength. I mean, it's one of your natural talents, right? It's one of the things that drives you, that motivates you. It just stopped being the right tool for the altitude that you're at now. And I want to tell you about a story, a moment that I keep having to relearn because apparently once isn't enough. I was leading a team. This was back when I was in the Air Force, and I knew each individual in the team, but we had never worked together before. And for a little context, this was when I worked in, it was in 2004. And so we were still in the Iraqi-Afghanistan war. And everything that we did, all of our comm projects were ones for the desert. It was for either the Air Force or the Army. And so we would build them, and then we would ship them over, set them up, deploy them, and get them into use. So we knew the mission. We knew the regulations. We knew what was coming. We knew what was behind. We knew our job inside and out. So we had a comm package that we've been asked to put together. And we knew the moment we handed it over, it would have already been obsolete. The customer didn't know it, but we did. But what they were asking for and what they actually needed were not the same thing. And let me tell you, the general that was asking for this, very insightful, very knowledgeable, and one that you don't push back on. And I was deep in my people-pleasing era. And the easy path was right there. Give them exactly what they asked for. They'd be happy in the moment, and we'd be in and we'd be out quick. And if anyone questioned later, we'd have the easy answer of, well, we did exactly what it was requested. But we knew it wasn't going to hold. We knew it wasn't going to hold for the mission. We knew it wasn't going to hold long term. So we didn't do the easy thing. We took the time to walk them through what they were asking for versus what they truly needed. Knowing that would be a harder conversation, knowing it might not land well in the moment, and in fact, it did not land well in the moment, but that decision was on me, and the instinct to perform, to comply, to take that easy path that I could simply defend later, that showed up first every time, and it still does, because my gut already knew, but the performing instinct that it just got there first and tried to talk me out of what my gut already knew. And this is part of the leadership maturity that nobody teaches in a training room. And I have a name for this. I call them the 6 protections: certainty, reputation, harmony, control, freedom, and excellence. So here's the thing about naming them. You don't need to catch all 6 of these. And even just saying them, I know many of my clients, like as soon as I say one, they're like, oh yeah, but you don't need to catch all of them. You need to catch the one that's running you right now. And if you find yourself in multiple buckets, you got to find the foundational one driving the rest. And this is something that my clients and we discover right away when we work together, because it does inform all of our invisible signals, whether we know it or not. And it's not about learning a new system. It's about asking yourself one question honestly. What am I still trying to protect? Leadership maturity isn't proving you can still do the thing that got you here. It's knowing when to stop proving and start redeploying it. Let me say that again. Leadership maturity isn't proving that you can still do the thing that got you here, because we all know you can. It's when you stop proving it and start redeploying it. Like we mentioned last episode, we get to redefine and reassign the roles. And here's what I want you to picture. This version of you who doesn't have to prove the strength anymore. Not because you've lost it. It's a natural strength. It's a talent within you. But because you trust it enough that you don't have to keep demonstrating it. That gut instinct that already knows that harder right answer before the easier wrong one. It's still in there. It was there in the room with that brand new team and that obsolete comm package. And it's still there now. The only thing standing between you and trusting it faster is whatever you're still protecting. And that's what this whole month has been building towards. The signal that you send, the architecture underneath it. And now the thing underneath that, the protection. All 3 of these live in the same place. That is something that you couldn't see until you understood it, until you pulled back the veil. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you see it, now you have the power to make a different decision. And so here's your signal check for this month, for this week. It's, what am I still trying to prove a strength that I could be redeploying instead? Where am I still trying to prove a strength that I could be redeploying instead? And the strength that got you here isn't the problem. It never was. Hard work, responsibility, being dependable, those are all traits that we need, we want, we cultivate. The question is whether you're still using it to prove something, or whether you're finally able to trust it enough to redeploy it instead of performing it every time. And if this whole month has been naming something for you, this is where we take it further. The Line Leadership Audit, 45 minutes, and clear diagnosis of what's actually running your leadership right now. The link is in the show notes, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.